Hey everyone, welcome back. So in a recent video, I went over the 5 things that I wish I'd known before opening a bar here in Chiang Mai, Thailand. Now today I'm going to go in more detail and give some solutions to those problems that I think are ways that you could become a successful bar owner here in Thailand. Let's get into it. So today I thought I'd try something a bit different. Take you around Chiang Mai with me, show you some of my favorite places while we go over the solutions to running a bar here. So here I am, I'm at one of my favorite coffee shops here in Chiang Mai, Coffee or Me. And I'm gonna go over the first point, the thing that was the biggest issue in opening the bar, and that was trying to do everything myself. Now, the biggest change I would make if I was to do this again would be to hire a Thai manager. Now, I don't know if it's just Chiang Mai or it's just maybe it was a new bar, but going in with no Thai manager, nobody who really had experience in the area, neither myself or my Thai partner had run a bar in the boxing area before, so really didn't have any experience on running these kind of bars. And that was a huge detriment. Now I know down in Pattaya and Bangkok, they do have Western managers, but in Chiang Mai, you really don't see that at all. You see some foreigners who have a Thai girlfriend or Thai wife who runs the bar for them, but you don't see a Western manager running a bar. It's by and large Thai people behind the bars or managing the bars. So I think bringing in a Thai person who has experience in the area, who potentially has girls or has friends who know people who are looking for a job in the area, would be such a bonus, such a huge help in starting one of these bars. Now the other thing was that we had promo girls. And again, I see it in the comments, everybody saying that was a dumb idea and that was bound to fail and it's never gonna work, etc. But honestly, I don't think that was the issue. The issue is rather how we handled having promo girls and having bar girls work in the bar. The primary focus needs to be on getting more bar girls, not continuing to shuffle through promo girls. That just adds tons of complications down the road. So I think finding a good staff, again, with the help hopefully of your manager, of bar girls who are willing to come to your bar, who hopefully have experience in other bars, come and work for your bar, and then having a few promo girls here and there just to fill up the numbers until you can get more people would be perfect. You know, and focusing on the most beautiful girl to come and work for you is not necessarily key. A lot of the girls in the area who are, you know, no offense, but not the most beautiful, do really well because they are fun and they increase the atmosphere of the bar. They make the bar experience more pleasant. And so that is what's important. So I do think that if I was to make those couple changes, obviously barring everything else working, that would have been a great success and would have really helped the bar to be successful in the long run. Anyways, I'm gonna go grab some lunch and then I'll get on to my next topic, which is Thai partnerships. So I'm here at one of my favorite places on Loikra Road, owned by a fellow Canadian, Calgarian unfortunately, but I won't hold that against them. And that's to talk about Thai partnership. Now, I've spoken in other videos about having a Thai partner and my Thai partner. And now we entered into business together 50-50. We each owned half the bar and we worked on it together. And now this is a good thing in theory, but we had such different ideas for how we wanted the bar to progress. because she'd already owned a bar, because she was Thai and knew the culture, I did rely on her a lot more than maybe I should have to run the bar. At the time, I didn't know any better. I didn't know how to do anything. I didn't know the other options. I didn't know who I needed to find. I didn't know what I needed to even do to open a bar. A lot of the people who do open bars here do so with a wife or a girlfriend. And now, while I do think you can do a Thai partnership well and work together well, obviously it's better if you're in full control. But having a clear contract, a clear guideline for what you and your partner's responsibilities are key. The nice thing with having a manager, like I talked about in the previous thing, is you could rely on them, if they're a Thai person, to do a lot of the things that I relied on my partner to do. But anyways, I'm going to head to a bit more secluded spot to talk about my last point, which is the cultural impact and the low season. So I stumbled across this place just north of Chiang Mai, driving home. And it's not uncommon. I've seen these on multiple different lakes in the area where they have huts all along the lake shore where you can sit, have a beer, have some food, and just enjoy the nice breeze coming off the lake. And this is so different from Canada. We don't have this back in Canada. And that kind of leads me into this topic, cultural differences, the things I did not expect to be shocked by. And the number one cultural difference, I think, is going to be the low season. We don't have that in Canada. Yes, we have our times that are very busy, and we have our peaks and valleys, but there's nothing that really prepared me for how different it is here. Thailand is solely based on tourism, or at least the bars that we are. They're very, very, very strongly influenced by tourism. And you have to be prepared for that. And yes, the other owners in the area did tell me to, be worried and get ready for slow season because it's coming. Pretty much end of March is the end of the high season. And April, you're going to get Songkran, so it does pick up for Songkran. But then right after Songkran, it's just done. It dropped off completely, just a dead zone. And so that was something that we just were not prepared for. And something that did cause a lot of strife between my partner and I. We went from making 1 to 200,000 baht in profit a month to losing 50,000 baht a month just to stay open. That's with staying open and serving customers, we're losing money. And so we were not ready for that. And so, that's probably also due to the fact that she'd not run a tourist-heavy bar before. She ran a Thai bar. That's what her bar is. Before our bar together was a Thai bar. So you don't really have to care about high or low season. Thai people are going to go whether it's either or. So this is something new to her and to me, obviously. And so if I was going to start another bar, it kind of goes back, it ties everything together because it really comes back to your staff. Hiring the right staff that form relationships with expats, people who are here for the long term. Not just tourists, not just short term, not just the person who walks in the door, but having people who want to go see your staff on a weekly basis is going to keep the bar running. The expats, the long-term tourists, the tourists who come out of season, these are the people who are going to keep your bar alive during the low season. And so be really prepared for that time. But another thing you can do is also structure profits and structure staffing appropriately. So you shouldn't, again, this is why you don't pay the high day rate. You pay based on drinks. And that's what all the other bars in the area do. And we didn't because we were really desperate for staff. So again, having a manager, having somebody that can get you staff consistently who are not promo girls, who are actually bar girls, who are willing to work in the bar, who know how these bars work, is just going to be so beneficial for your bar. And so that would really be at the forefront of my mind when I was opening my bar, when I was hiring staff. Are these people going to be good for us in the low season as well in the high season? So I hope that was informative, and I hope that gave you a bit more of an idea for a business that you start here in Thailand. I know this was a bit different of a video. Maybe you liked it, maybe you don't. Please let me know in the comments below. Cheers.